The Dream situation is a mess right now. Last time we talked about this, we went over a thread where two alleged victims of Dream claimed that they were both 17 at the time and that Dream had groomed them. The first alleged victim is known as Anastasia, and she provided screenshots and screen recordings of DMs she had with Dream, along with supposed proof from TikTok that she had Dream in her contacts. However, most people believe this to be fake, and as we will see in Dream's response to all of this, he too claims that most of it is fake. The other alleged victim is known as Amanda, and there's a lot to go over with her story. Her claims are that Dream sent her naughty pictures and said that he had a chest full of toys that he would use on her when she was 17 and he was 20. People are, however, finding holes in her story, and a lot of things seem to not be adding up. Now, I did just want to say I'll always keep you guys updated on YouTube news like this, so if you want to stay updated, make sure you are subscribed. And if you haven't watched the first video where we go over the first thread, you can watch it right here. You do gotta know what's going on for any of this to make sense. So Dream posted a twit longer where he responds to all of this on his private Twitter, and we have some screenshots of that twit longer right here. He starts things off by saying, "I'm sorry for the late post and reply. I know it has been overwhelming and that the uncertainty is horrible in situations like this. I've been in a ton of scheduled meetings for the first time in my life this week and have had so little time to check the internet that I actually excused myself to use the bathroom during a meeting to check what was happening online. But I'm trying to write this post before my flight to get truthful information out there. I'm going to be extremely specific and straightforward as it is a sensitive topic that I am taking seriously and clarify on what's true and what isn't. The best thing I can do and what I want to do is always be 100% transparent when it comes to something as important as this. Yesterday, a thread was posted that had screenshots of Twitter DMs from me from 2020. I believe these DMs are real. In these DMs, there are no inappropriate comments whatsoever. In these screenshots, them being 18 years old is mentioned in their bio, and I also very clearly asked them for their age. I did not act inappropriately with this person, and any attempt to equate these messages to grooming is not only disgusting, but is insulting to victims who actually experienced grooming and still have trauma as a result." So with the first alleged victim, Anastasia, the age is kind of a he said she said right now. Anastasia claims that she had 17 in her bio, but Dream claims that he confirmed she was 18. Even though in the screenshots that he's actually saying that he believes are real, she does say that she is almost 18, so I don't really know. Regardless, if we look again at the messages, for the most part, they are just chatting. There's nothing really weird here. Anastasia claims, however, that things got more weird when they allegedly moved over to texting instead of Twitter, and that's the next part that Dream talks about. Part of this thread includes cringy flirt text messages, again, when they were 18, that were supposedly from me, because it says that it is from their contacts when they go to my TikTok. This is impossible since I use a Google Voice number on my TikTok account, which doesn't have the ability to iMessage. So here he is referring to this supposed proof the first victim gave that was supposed to confirm that they had been texting Dream and in fact had his phone number. Dream claims that it's impossible for the text to show up as iMessage and have that same number pop up on TikTok because he uses supposedly Google Voice for his TikTok account. On top of that claim from Dream, people have also been suspicious of this specific proof because if you run a still frame of the screen recording through a filter, you can see white boxes around the text and the image of Dream, which evidently shows that it's edited in. I don't know the validity of that, but combined with what Dream had to say about that, well, you can decide. Crazy thing is, the texts were the most damning part of her evidence too, with messages like, "Hey sexy," and like Dream said, some very cringy flirty text. So without those text messages, there isn't really much there. Dream then continues on to say, "The other information is false, and this has unfortunately blown up into something that it simply isn't. Regardless, she was 18 years old and had 18 publicly available in her Twitter bio." So Anastasia's final claims were that they began talking through Twitter, then moved over to Snapchat, and eventually ended up texting. To this, Dream claims claims that it is false, and he still sticks with the claim that she said she was 18, which, once again, the Twitter DMs show that she said she was almost 18, but regardless, the other proof Anastasia provided wasn't anything too serious. She also deactivated her Twitter after getting some attention, which is strange to say the least. I'm not saying that that dismisses all her claims, nor am I dismissing all of her claims in general, but I will say that the stuff seems to be all over the place with the evidence, and a lot of things just don't add up. And even after days, she has yet to respond to anything, regardless. Anyways, Dream moves on to say this. The second thread had Instagram DMs from me again, having friendly, normal conversation and nothing inappropriate. I believe these messages are real as well. Once again, she was 18 years old, says she was 18 years old, and even had a boyfriend while she was friendly with me. The second thread he's referring to here is the one about Amanda, who is the second alleged victim who came out claiming Dream also groomed them. Dream confirms that the first proof they show is real, but claims that she had a boyfriend at the time of the messages, and also that she was for sure 18 at the time. Amanda, however, was claiming she was 17 at the time, so once again, it's another he said, she said with the age. Dream also claims that the DMs only contain normal conversation and nothing inappropriate, and if we look at the messages, they discuss how the holidays went for each other, then talk about music. Then Dream tells her to add him on Snap. Now, Amanda allegedly did add Dream on Snap. She shows a video where she has messages with a user on Snapchat known as Dream Clay, which is also the same account that Dream told Amanda to add through Instagram DMs. Now, the messages that they have on Snapchat between supposedly Dream and Amanda are pretty weird. Dream supposedly responded to one of her stories and called her gorgeous as fuck, then sent her a $100 gift card, and then kept responding to her stories by saying that she looked good. Now, Dream doesn't actually confirm whether or not these messages are real, but if they are, I'm going to go ahead and say that that's a little bit more than having friendly, normal conversation, and it is definitely not nothing inappropriate. Anyways, Dream moved on to say, this being warped into me being a groomer, and the fact that she is and was 18 is scary and sad, and a huge reason as to why it is so hard to interact one-on-one with anybody online as a creator, especially people from within your communities. I do not engage inappropriately with her, and anything saying otherwise is completely false. As far as I've seen, she was involved with leaked Twitter, and so was the first poster's boyfriend, which seems to be a trend in situations like these. But it's mostly been contained to their side of the internet, other than during big moments like the face reveal or major streams/events, having such a deep obsession towards someone to look deeply into their family, friends, and personal life, or making up relationships or friendships in your head is one of the biggest reasons parasocial relationships can become so dangerous. It's also one of the reasons why creators need to be as responsible as they can be and be careful when they interact with anybody. So in there, Dream claims that all of Amanda's other claims were false. So I guess technically he's saying that the Snapchats weren't real, but he doesn't directly address them, so I don't really know what to think about that. Some other claims that he's dismissing here is that Dream sent Amanda dirty pics and said he had a chest full of toys. He also claims that she was involved in leaked Twitter along with Anastasia's boyfriend supposedly, which I don't even know what leaked Twitter is, to be honest, but I'm guessing it's not good. Now, he doesn't provide any proof for anything though, just so you guys know, so I don't know how true that is or where he got that information from, but nonetheless, that is the claim he's making. Dream then continues on to say, I've always done my absolute best to make sure that no one is ever uncomfortable with the way that I treat them, publicly or privately, and make an effort to make amends if I ever do something that someone doesn't like. I have also always made sure to have someone else have access to my public Snapchat, and in 2020 had them completely run the account while sending me art and cool messages before discontinuing it for a while. As for why I think this is happening now, I recently made the decision to not use my old Snapchat and to make a new Snapchat that I only have the people that I'm actually friends with and actively talk to on. And this seems to have potentially struck a chord with people that I just casually talked with for not talking to them anymore. One of the reasons I made this decision is because someone I knew when I was first making content completely lied about how close we were and used friendly DMs to tie into their unhealthy fantasy. So Dream's next claim is that he believes Amanda is making these alleged false accusations because he stopped using his Snapchat and basically cut her off from what used to be casual, occasional conversation. And I guess that's not really an allegation or a claim. It's more just a prediction as to what he believes had happened. Dream then continues on to say, I have almost completely stopped replying to DMs from from fans, random people, and old friends due to situations like this and out of fear from stuff that has happened in the past to my friends and those close to me. My team has had access to my social accounts from as long as I could remember in an effort to always stay on the side of caution given the size of my platform and inevitable falsely spread situations like this. This has all become so much more real and scary now that my face is out there for people to see, and I needed to address this all. I will also, based on your advice, pursue legal action towards people using my name to spread disinformation or those that are misrepresenting facts, lying, faking things, or falsely abusing my name and image. So now Dream is claiming that he no longer replies to fans at all anymore and hasn't for a while, and he also claims to be taking legal action against these people making alleged false accusations against him. So Dream might actually be taking these girls to court in the near future. Amanda responded to these claims, however, and she too says that she is taking legal action and claims to be getting the law involved as well. So both Dream and Amanda now will be supposedly going to court over this, which to be honest is how this whole thing should have been sorted in the first place. If there is anything true happening here, if Amanda's story is in fact correct and she was groomed by Dream, she should have just went to the cops, not Twitter. Now, if the cops didn't do anything about it, then I'd understand the need to go to Twitter to try to put him on blast, but no efforts were ever made to talk to the cops or anything like that. Until allegedly now, of course. Also, I was just thinking about this, the whole point of them going on Twitter first is to try and get Dream canceled and stuff like that and get people to stop supporting him. But the thing is, if you actually do go to the cops and let's say Dream gets arrested over what you provide them, then people will find out anyways. Everyone's gonna know that Dream just got arrested and everybody would be very aware of the situation. So I just don't understand why people go to Twitter first, ever, over situations like these. Dream closes out his statement by saying, "My heart goes out to actual victims of pedophilia and grooming. And again, I'm extremely sorry that it took as long as it did for me to reply. I wanted to make sure I included everything. This is all of the information I have, but like past situations involving me, I know people are going to run with whatever fits their narrative best. If this isn't enough, at least we are on the same level of knowing. I hope everyone gets some rest and tries to step back from everything as it can all be super overwhelming. That is definitely what I need to do, and I need to sleep for the first time in 10 days. It was amazing meeting so many of you at TwitchCon, and I'm trying my best to stay positive." So that's Dream's side of things, and since Dream responded, so have a few other people. There was this girl known as Avril on Twitter who claimed that she went through the exact situation that Amanda was claiming she went through with Dream, but with a different person. And Avril's claim is that Amanda was using her story to frame Dream. However, Amanda claimed that she didn't know her whatsoever, and Avril didn't provide any evidence at all. So it's pretty hard to take what she is saying seriously. Evidence is a must these days. However, there is a little bit more to that story, which we'll talk about in just a second. But there was another person known as Ari who came out saying that it wasn't Amanda or Avril's stories and that it was instead theirs. Once again, providing absolutely no proof. And then they later came out saying that they were a troll, which is honestly just disgusting. This is no place for you to be trolling right now. Anyways, with Avril, however, she is still sticking to her story. She never said that it was false or a troll or anything like that. She is claiming to now be a witness in what we can only assume to be Dream's court case with Amanda, which once again, there's no evidence of any of this actually being true, but it's what she's saying. Anyways, there's also a few tweets where people go over the holes in Amanda's story. This person said, "Amanda's credibility is falling apart. She is going live tomorrow, asked Keemstar to help her, lied about her age, deleted their chats, said she had a boyfriend during the DMs but now claims she didn't, and is running her boyfriend's Twitter account. The courts are gonna hate this." And we have a screenshot here where Amanda replies to Keemstar's tweet where he says, "Please stop asking me to cover the Dream allegations because this story is not a story." To which Amanda replied, "This story is some people's life, including mine. Don't be selfish, use your voice for us." So right there, she's basically pressuring Keemstar to cover this whole situation. Then have this tweet from February 10th, 2021. Here she says, "My account got got banned because I changed my age. At Twitter support at Twitter, my account was called @AlenMCC, and I had my age at 1994 because I made the account years ago and didn't want to be bullied for my age. I am now 17. I was born in 2004, and I went to change it to my real age. Now this goes against what she has claimed previously. Made a claim where she said I was 17 turning 18, not 18. She also claims that she is currently 20 years old, and then right here she's saying that she's 17 and that her birthday is in 2004. But if she was born in 2004, right now she would be 18 years old. So things just really weren't adding up there. Perhaps she just lied about her age too much whenever she was a kid, but I don't know. We then have a tweet from Amanda's alleged boyfriend's account where he says, I just wanted to thank all of you who are supporting her and not falling into the tricks and the lies Clay is blatantly putting out to the public and to his fans. I know how hard this can be for a lot of you. As for you, Clay, hashtag take off the real mask. To which someone responded, bro, you're weird lol, this gotta be a fake account, lol. And Amanda replied within just 2 minutes of this tweet being made and said, yeah, lol. So I don't know, it's kind of weird that she's like stalking this tweet that was literally just tweeted 2 minutes ago. Anyways, like I said, there were plenty of inconsistencies with her tweets that people kept finding, and some of it is pretty weird, but none of it really 100% confirms that she is lying. At the end of the day, I personally am pretty neutral on the situation. However, I think that there are a lot of holes in this situation and a lot of things that don't make perfect sense. However, supposedly this is all going to be settled in court, so if that happens, we can revisit it at a later date and find out the truth of the situation. Subscribe to stay updated on YouTuber news, and yeah.